Beckley. I'm Maris Lowry, getting you ready for this girls matchup between the Lady Flying Eagles from Beckley Woodrow Wilson and the visiting team, University from Morgantown. University enters the ball game with a record of 3-4. Beckley also under 500. They are 2-4. So one of these teams trying to get closer to the 500 mark. And as a matter of fact, obviously, if University gets the win, they will be at 500, and they will be an even 4-4. As we take a look at this Beckley team, they lost their opener to Parkersburg South, 50-44. They got a big win over Bluefield, and then they dropped a game to Huntington, which Huntington appears, at least at this point of the season, to be the top 4A team in all of West Virginia, and definitely in their class. And then Beckley got a win over Pikeview, but the Flying Eagles have dropped their last two games to Capital and to Russell, Kentucky. So 2-4 for the Lady Flying Eagles. On the flip side, University, they got off to a good start as they won their first three games. Wins over Parkersburg, St. Joseph Central, and John Marshall, but they've lost their last four, losing to Morgantown, Wheeling Park, Huntington, and Mountain Ridge, Maryland. So it'll be 2-4 Beckley taking on 3-4 University. We'll go ahead and take our first pregame break. Come back and get you ready for this game. Scheduled to tip in about 5 or 6 minutes as you are watching the 4th annual New River Community and Technical College Invitational here on Video Productions.
Deserve the highest quality medical care. At the Beckley VA Medical Center, that hasn't been happening. They recently notified 372 veterans that they'd been practiced upon with acupuncture by a person or persons not authorized to practice acupuncture. If you've been notified by the Beckley VA that you may be one of these veterans, contact us at New Taylor & Associates and let us put our experience to work for you.
State Ford, where every deal is a Big John deal. Northside Drive, Route 19 in Summersville. Come see why people from all over the great state of West Virginia are making the drive to Summersville. Incredible deals on brand new Fords. The state's guaranteed lowest price on brand new F-150s, Super Duties, and more. Plus incredible service after the sale at Mid-State Ford, Northside Drive, right off of Route 19 in Summersville. Online anytime at midstatefordwv.com.
Arch Beckley, a subsidiary of Arch Resources, is now accepting applications at their mine located in Eccles, West Virginia. Arch Beckley is hiring for equipment operators and preparation plant positions. Arch Beckley offers a comprehensive, highly competitive benefits package, excellent pay, and a bonus program. Submit your application in person at Arch Beckley in Eccles, West Virginia, or check the Arch job site, beckley.aimtrack.com. That's beckley.aimtrack.com. Arch Resources, an equal opportunity employer.
We welcome you back to Beckley. I'm Maris Lowry, and Kyle Ward will be on camera here for these remaining three games and also producing and directing, and he's done a fabulous job all week, and he'll be with us for the remaining three games. AB, Mr. Andrew Boland. So we appreciate their hard work as we wind down to the final three games of this 4th annual 2022 New River Community and Technical College Invitational. Of course, we're getting ready to have a girls game. University from Morgantown, 3-4, taking on the Lady Flying Eagles, 2-4. Then the next game will be boys action between Shady and Cabell Midland, and then we will have the final game and bring the curtain down on this 2022 4th annual New River Community and Technical College Invitational with Logan and Beckley boys game at 8:15. But we're about 3 or 4 minutes away from getting this one started. As we take a look at University, they will go this way. Their team's leading scorer is Ella Simpson. She's a 5'7" sophomore. She averages 16 a game. They'll have Asa Bodine, also Eden Gibson, Lauren Dean, and Emily Sharkey will be the starting five for University. For Brian Neighbors' Lady Flying Eagles, how they will go will be Letitia Creasy, Olivia Zolkowski, Josie Cross, Abby Dillon, and Maddie Belcher will be into the starting lineup. So we're just about 2 or 3 minutes away from getting this one underway. There have been 3 games already played and some really good games, and we feel that the nightcap here, starting with this game, will be very entertaining. So University and Beckley just moments away from getting the game started, and we'll be joined here hopefully pretty soon by Mike Green. And Mike Green, not only the head basketball coach of the Independence boys team, but also the tournament director. And we'll have Mike when we come back, as you are watching live streaming coverage of the 2022 New River Community Technical College Invitational right here on Video Productions.
The cabins at Pine Haven's beautiful luxury log cabins and treehouse rentals are the perfect place for a short romantic getaway, business trip, or extended West Virginia vacation. We offer tree houses, 1, 2, and 3 bedroom cabins, and a 4-bedroom lodge and conference facility. With our beautiful views and fun on-site activities, we are the perfect place to host a family reunion, wedding, or just get together and spend some time with close friends. We are very conveniently located on Airport Road, only 1 mile off I-64, just south of Beckley in Raleigh County, West Virginia. For more information, visit cabinsatpinehaven.com.
Even the most prepared moms experience the unexpected. When you do, we're here for you.
J104.5, blasting the biggest hits across 31 counties and 5 states, and waking you up with the Kid Craddock Morning Show. J104.5.
So, got an Alexa device?
What can I do for you now?
You can stream us while you're getting dinner ready in the kitchen, while you're getting ready for work in the bathroom, while kicking back, relaxing in the living room, or even while entertaining friends on the deck and patio.
Just say, "Hey Alexa, enable the J104 skill." Then listen anytime. Simply say, "Hey Alexa, play J104."
And welcome back to Beckley as we get set for this girls matchup here in the 4th annual New River Community and Technical College Invitational. I'm Maris Lowry, and joining me is Mike Green. And Mike Green, you wear very many hats. One hat is the head coach of Independence, but another hat has really caused you to be very busy this week, being the tournament director of such an outstanding event, being a part of this New River Community and Technical College, their 4th annual event.
Yeah, no, Maris, thank you for the kind words. We got a great team here in New River that helps pull this event off. And as you said, it's the 4th annual event, and excited to continue on with today. We've already had 2 great basketball games, and getting ready to start this first girls game of the day.
Yeah, in this girls game, it will be University from Morgantown. They are 3-4. They won their first 3. They've dropped 4 in a row. They're trying to get to 500. They'll take on Beckley, who is 2-4, and trying to get a little closer to 500. Of course, Beckley will be the home team. They'll wear the white uniforms trimmed in maroon and gray. And, of course, the visiting team, University, black uniforms trimmed in red and gold. And, Mike, like I said, you did an outstanding job this year, and a little bit more difficult this year than maybe most years, because not only did you have to deal with COVID, but you had to deal with the weather as well by not being able to play Thursday and yesterday.
Yeah, no, Maris, in the first 3 years, we've been very fortunate and blessed. I mean, it was almost too easy. So I think I told you earlier today, we've expected a little challenge, this 4th year. And again, we did lose a couple teams to the COVID protocols, and then with the weather, losing both Thursday and Friday games. But again, excited about today, and looking forward to the games that are on tap for the remainder of the evening.
Yeah, like I said, we've got this one and then 2 more. After this one will be a boys game between Cabell Midland and Shady, and then to close out this 4th annual New River Community and Technical College Invitational, we'll finish up with Beckley and Logan. And Mike, when you hear Beckley and Logan, anybody that's been around basketball around West Virginia, I know it may not have the same, the same intensity as it used to, but still, when I think Beckley and Logan, for me, it's like thinking Celtics and Lakers.
Absolutely, and it was such a prize for me personally. I'm being involved in the Logan Woodrow battles of the '90s and being able to bring that back together. I just commend and thank Coach Green from Logan and also Coach Kidd for allowing us to put that game together.
Well, ready to get the game underway. It'll be Boding and Zolkowski in the center circle. I'm going to ask you this question. I've asked all my other analysts, and I'm going to get your take here in a minute as soon as we get to this jump ball. And that's the first and only jump ball as Beckley controls. But, Coach, what's your take? Since that is the only jump ball, A, do you like that it is the only jump ball, or do you foresee that they may just have the game start with the possession for the visiting team?
Yeah, well, I'm a traditionalist. I like the jump ball, to be honest, but at the same time, I think when you look at what happened from COVID last year, I think we could pull some of the positives that come, and maybe the jump ball elimination of that would be something that would come from last year's COVID protocols.
Maddie Belcher, who was just inserted into the lineup today, gets the first bucket of the game, 10 foot on the left baseline, and gives Beckley the lead. So interesting watching these two teams that don't normally play one another. And it's always good, and that's what's so great about this event, Mike, that you have teams that don't normally play each other that do see each other here. It's kind of like a mini state tournament.
Yeah, no, and again, the coaches have been great as far as letting us match up teams based off of what we think would be a good competition and a good matchup.
Here's University, see if they can get a run out. Ball's loose, Beckley controls it. That's one thing about it for most of these teams, especially the girls' team, Mike, they normally obviously don't play on a floor the size of the Armory, so this most definitely prepares them for if they're able to get to Charleston, because most of all the girls' games in any class are played in a regular high school gym, much smaller floor.
Yeah, not only the floor, but also just the backdrop, and the Armory is one of very few places that gives you the feel of the state tournament.
And here's an outstanding player, Abby Dillon, and Beckley turns it over. But I had a chance to do a couple other Beckley games this year against Parkersburg South and against Pikeview. And I think this Beckley team under Brian Neighbors is growing. They're not where they want to be, obviously 2 games under 500, but it's where you are at the end of the season.
Yeah, and I've known Brian since we were kids, and he and Gene both, they do a great job. And if anybody's going to get this program in the right direction, it'll be Brian and Gene for sure.
Here's a 3 from the right side, dialed up, no good. Offensive rebound, that is no good. And now a third opportunity, and there's a foul. And getting to the free throw line will be Ella Simpson, the 5'7" sophomore. She's the team's leading scorer at 16 a game. And she'll shoot 2. Another good thing about this too, Mike, is, you have a lot of different referees that you've been able to bring in as the first free throw is no good. And I think that is good. I think, a lot of the teams here locally, a lot of times throughout the course of the season may get a crew 3 or 4 different times, and they're very used to how those officials are doing it. You may get a crew in this event that you've never seen before.
Yeah, no, and again, another one of the great benefits of, as the ball comes right in front of us here, one of the great benefits of this is having not only local officials. We're fortunate to have 2 or 3 crews that work state tournament here in southern West Virginia, but we bring people in from the Kanawha Valley, Webster County, all over. So, yeah, the officiating crew is another nuance that a lot of these teams get to see the first time.
And, having video, I tease my referee buddies that when I was doing radio, I would get 90% of the calls right now and get 100 right because I got the video.
Yeah, it helps for sure.
Yeah, that even helps a guy can't see like me. So here's Beckley with it. And I think right here in the early going, Mike, looks like both these teams maybe just trying to fill each other out, as Belcher will dial up a 3, and it'll be short. And it will stay with Beckley.
Yeah, and I think Woodrow's obviously been limited on practice time this week, so it'll take them a minute or 2 to get going, I believe.
Yeah, because they were in COVID from last Saturday. They weren't able to play a game they had scheduled on Tuesday. And this game, and there's another thing too, Mike, about this particular game, because they were supposed to play last night at the Beckley Gymnasium, and you were able to work it out to get it as part of your event.
Yeah, no, Woodrow was supposed to play twice here, Cabell Midland and number 1 Huntington. Both of those games, Cabell Midland girls was one of the teams that was COVID protocoled out. But, yeah, we were happy to help Woodrow and University because they wouldn't have been able to play yesterday because of the snow delay. So we're glad that it worked out. They can play here today.
And I think University is pleased, too, that by moving it back and not they won't get home as late by having a more or less a day game and being able to play in this facility. Not that they wouldn't like playing at the school, but I think this is more of trying to get them ready for postseason as well.
Yes.
So here's a 3-ball on the left side. It's in and out. That was a heartbreak shot. That was put up by Simpson. No good. And here come the Lady Flying Eagles 3 minutes into the first quarter. And we've just got one bucket. So both of these teams, like I said here, just trying to get field out and try to get the – and there's a bank shot for 3. Creasy dials it up from downtown. Creasy able to rain that 3, and how about that bank shot, Mike, for 3?
I like it. The bank is open on Saturday for sure.
Yeah, and there's a battle for the loose ball, and it's still a battle. Still loose, and what do we got? We got a held ball. The possession will stay with University as we dial up the Arch Cole instant replay, and you can watch Creasy dialing up the 3.
Very nice. And the hustle on the last play previous, 3 or 4 of the girls were on the floor diving for the loose ball, and I think that's an indication of what those coaches put out there as far as expectation of their effort.
So University has the possession under their own basket. Beckley off to a good start, scoring the first 5. Here's a nice drive, and it's out of bounds back over to Beckley. Laura Dean taking the ball to the basket and maybe trying to draw a foul, but no whistle. Back the other way we go with the Lady Flying Eagles. So University in that zone. Beckley trying to shake somebody free as they work the ball around the horn. Here's Creasy. Belcher with it now. They double team her. Cross able to pick up the loose ball. Dillon puts it on the deck, tacks the basket, puts up the short shot. No good, got her own rebound and try to go a little reverse and has it swatted out of bounds, but Beckley will keep the possession.
Yeah, great ball movement for the Flying Eagles on that possession.
So it'll be Beckley's ball under their own basket. We're halfway into this first quarter and University yet to score. So let's see what Beckley does as they look over the zone defense. Belcher thought about dialing up the 3. Now they go down low to Zokowski, and she's fouled. Zokowski caught the ball right of the lane. It'll be a common foul, and Beckley will inbound under their own basket. Bella Staples is set to check in for Beckley. And for University, it'll be Ashlyn Weaver checking in for University. And also it'll be let's see who else is checking into the ball game. I'll see here in a minute for University as Beckley inbounds. Like trying to get the ball in the low post. That's one way they think of maybe, to try to attack the zone, Mike, trying to get the ball to Zokowski on the low block.
Yeah, she was open, but the guards up top, they trapped the ball, so it made it a little harder for the inbounds pass. But good defense by University.
So I got another question for you. Back in your days, as you talked about when you played, as Dillon dials up a 3 and hits it. From downtown, Abby Dillon. But back in your day, Mike, when you played in the early 90s, and I was doing radio when you were playing, so I guess I'm showing my age here. But now that you're coaching, what is the difference, if any, from the players that you played with in your day of the early 90s to now here you're coaching here in 2022? There's a baseline shot that goes down by Ashlyn Weaver on the right baseline for University.
Yeah, the biggest difference for me is just, I was fortunate enough to be a part of the team that was not only ranked in the top and won a state championship, but was ranked nationally. And, we had 5, 6, 7 guys who were collegiate level players. And the game has changed a lot, but for me personally, there was nothing like basketball in the early 90s. And I'm sure everyone has their own opinion on that, but it's hard pressed to find better basketball in West Virginia than in the early and mid 90s.
Zokowski up under the basket, trying to finish, hits up underneath the hoop. The cross gets the rebound, puts up the short shot. She can't get it to go. And back the other way comes University. Here's a 3 from the right side. Good. That 3 ball's good by Hannah Stemple, knocking down the 3. So after Beckley scored the first 8, University's now come back with 5 in a row. And ball knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with Beckley. But, I agree, Mike. I was very fortunate, which I call, for my era, the golden era of basketball was in the 90s as we take a look at this instant replay right here.
Yeah, the Parmar instant replay kick out to Stemple for the 3. Nice shot. And again, I have to take the opportunity to Parmar and Arch Beckley Cole being our instant replay sponsors for this event. And we couldn't do what we do without our sponsors, and the generosity of individuals and corporate partners is outstanding.
So I know you're probably already working on next year's event, right? Do you have the dates already lined up for next year?
We're looking at the first week of January, which will run January 2nd through the 7th. That's that entire week. Not sure how many days we'll go, but again, we're going to try to get around 20, 25 teams again. So, so far everyone who's played today and played this week is committed to come back next year, and just excited to start working on that as soon as we finish up here tonight.
We've got a game of runs. Mike Beckley scored the first 8. University has scored now the last 7.
Yeah, it's good. It's a little more than what I thought it would be right now. Nice 3 by Dillon on the top of the key.
Yeah, Abby Dillon able to break that run, and that's her second 3 ball here in the first quarter. And that's one thing, too, that, in games that Eric, who's normally with me, is there's a 3 no good. Like Abby Dillon, an outstanding player, just a freshman. And I don't think you could even say just a freshman anymore, as Creasy can't handle the pass, because I think players are much better today at a much younger age as we watch Dillon's 3 on the Arch Cole instant replay.
Yeah, a little sidestep 3, nice bucket for sure. But yeah, no, I agree. And these kids who are playing today, who are at the top of their game, they're playing summer league year-round ball for the most part, and they're just getting a lot more games in than what we did back in the 90s as far as the number of games and minutes played. So it's only going to help for sure.
Yeah, and between here's a deep 3 for University, in and out no good as Bella Staples clears the rebound. But Mike, back today they didn't have like today. You have AAU, you have summer league. You can almost play. You can find a tournament probably almost somewhere every weekend in the summer.
Yeah, absolutely.
And probably from the spring on, not just summer. Probably from like middle of April on up to when school gets ready to start.
Yeah, and there's travel ball. Actually, the teams who don't make the state tournament are playing in March, so it's basically a year-round opportunity for these kids to play and get better, and a lot of them do. I mean, there's travel teams in the area, but a lot of players are playing on travel teams outside the
Beckley
area.
turns it over. Sarah Hopkins has checked into the Beckley lineup. Yes, here's another thing that's changed, and I say all the time, maybe these teams will hold it for the last shot with 24 seconds. They never do. They never do. So let's see if University, nope, they're going to, I thought for a minute they were going to dial it up. Final 15 seconds of the quarter. A nice defensive play by Bella Staples to knock it out. I would think now, Mike, with 11.1 left in the quarter, that University would hold it for the final shot.
Yeah, I mean, get in the set and hopefully run something here with 11 seconds left on the clock to get that last shot and maybe an opportunity for a putback rebound.
So here's University. They whip it around the horn. Here's a 3 ball from the left corner. It's short. So Kowski clears. Becky's got a chance maybe to get a shot off before the buzzer. They get the ball to Creasy, and she can't get it off. So at the end of 1, your score is Beckley 11, University 7. You're watching live streaming coverage of the 4th annual New River Community and Technical College Invitational here on Video Productions.
Deserve the highest quality medical care. At the Beckley VA Medical Center, that hasn't been happening. They recently notified 372 veterans that they'd been practiced upon with acupuncture by a person or persons not authorized to practice acupuncture. If you've been notified by the Beckley VA that you may be one of these veterans, contact us at New Taylor & Associates and let us put our experience to work for you.
What started as the Parmar Oil Company back in 1967 has grown into 170 convenience stores in 4 states. Parmar Convenience Stores offer monthly product specials and grab-and-go items. Located just down the street from where you live, Parmar stores are all about being your above-par convenience stores. If you don't have a Parmar convenience store near you now, you will soon. Parmar Convenience Stores, neighbors serving your community and making life a little bit easier every day.
Welcome back to Beckley with Mike Green. I'm Maris Lowry going to the second quarter. Beckley will have the possession to start quarter number 2 and a 4-point lead. And after a while, Mike, it looks like both these teams heated up. It took them a little while to get going, but they eventually did.
Yeah, both got on nice little runs. I think 6-8 points each, and nice competitive game here now.
University want to pack it back in that zone. And Dillon will put it on the deck, little floater on the right baseline, a little too strong, and University comes out there with it. And they turn it over. Nice play going down on the floor is Cross to get the loose ball for Beckley. And this is where Beckley's really at their best, is going to the basket as Creasy gets stripped going to the hoop. University got 2-on-1, and they'll finish it with the layup right of the lane and an and one. Nice finish that time right of the lane by Lauren Dean. She's averaging 10 points a game, and she took that pass and she lays it up and in as we watch it on instant replay. Mike, this is how you run a break, correct?
Absolutely. Great outlet. One dribble, one bounce, layup. Great shot.
So that's the first made free throw for University. They're 1 of 3 at the line. Beckley yet to go to the line. University yet to lead in this game, and Beckley's lead is 1. And I guess what you want to do, Mike, I guess you tell whenever teams are playing you with the zone, you want to be patient and want to be able to attack it and find maybe a soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, normally the high post is a soft spot, and once you get in the high post, you've got obviously your two wings relocating to the corner for open threes but yeah, usually a soft spot, and any 2-3 zone is going to be that high post area.
They double team Zokowski, and we'll have a held ball, and University will turn Beckley over. So here's University with this possession having a chance to take their first lead of the game.
Yeah, 11-10 with just under a minute and a half of the second quarter.
So Beckley going to go man-to-man, and I guess that is appropriate to say in girls basketball, going man-to-man. I've never really been able to say going girl-to-girl or woman-to-woman, whatever the term is, so that's why I say man-to-man.
Yeah, typical Beckley basketball for sure.
Yeah, here's an open look for 3. It's front of the rim, no good, but they get a second chance. That was Stemple. She'll put up it again, in and out, no good, and Creasy this time will clear for Beckley. Double break! Nice pass ahead to Cross, and Cross had it, throws the ball back out. Belcher spots up for a 3, in and out, heartbreak. And here comes University with a chance to take their first lead. Beckley back in transition. And Beckley was able to get back really good. And for a minute there, Mike, it looked like University might have numbers.
Yeah, great effort on the defensive end by Woodrow.
University just trying to get a high ball screen. Good defense by Creasy. Creasy able to keep Sharkey out of the lane that time. Here's the 3 ball for the lead. It's good.
And a Stemple.
Yep, Stemple hitting down the 3, and that's the first lead of the game for University. And Beckley wants a timeout. So let's see if it's going to be a 30-second timeout as we get ready to watch the instant replay here from Parmar Stores. And, Mike, I'm sure you agree, when you've got three-point shooters, you cannot give them that kind of space.
No, great dribble drive penetration with a kick out to the opposite 3, wide open step in. Great play, great shot. And that led Coach Neighbors to take a quick 30-second timeout to regroup the troops for sure.
Yeah, and the one thing, because, Beckley, as you stated earlier, I always talk about their defensive man-to-man, but that's just too much space to leave a shooter that wide open to be able to knock down the 3.
Yeah, and as we watch here in the timeout, Coach Neighbors showing them how to help and recover. I mean, they got to dive at the penetration and get back out on that shooter.
Yeah, got to close out on the shooter. So out of the timeout will be Beckley's possession. Beckley scored the first 8, and then University scored the next 7. Beckley led 11-7 at the quarter, and University has their first lead now, this 13-11 advantage, about 3 minutes in here to the second quarter. So here's Belcher with it. Now Dillon. Zokowski for 3 on the left corner. It's short, and University comes down with the rebound. She had a good look. She just left it a little short. Here's University on the move. And there's a turnover. So the ball will go back to Beckley. They have an opportunity to tie or regain the lead on this possession. Abby Dillon with the ball. She hit a couple of threes in that first quarter. They're going to try to set a ball screen at the head of the lane. Dillon comes around that screen, gets inside the three-point line, puts up the shot. No good. Good hustle by Zokowski to run down the loose ball, but not able to maintain the possession. And here comes University. Once again, Beckley does a good job, Mike, getting back defensively.
Yeah, transition defense, that's a staple of Beckley and Woodrow Wilson basketball, both boys and girls.
Good ball movement, and the shot is no good, but University doing a good job on the boards, and there will be a foul, and Lauren Dean A double-digit score at 10 a game will get to the line to shoot 2. Beckley yet to get to the line in this game.
Yeah, that zone, I think, has pushed them out a little bit. They're still, I think the soft spot right now is the high post, and they can get into the high post and maybe kick opposite for a step-in 3. But they're still having a little trouble figuring out the zone.
University as a team, Mike, struggling from the free throw line. They made only 1 of 4. Even I can do that math, but that's 25%.
Yeah, it's hard to win.
Yeah. Second free throw is no good, 1 of 5. That takes you down to 20% and then a foul on top of it. And that's, I'm sure you as a coach, Mike, that would drive you crazy. One, that you have a player miss 2 free throws and then commit a foul after you miss 2 free throws.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot more gray hair in my head now for the last 3 years since I've been head coach at Independence. But again, the kids work hard, and for the most part, they're trying to do the best they can and do what you ask them as a coach for the most part.
Well, I got to ask this question. I know obviously you've played, you've been involved in the game, your son been involved in the game, here's a turnover. Well, what really led you maybe to put on the coaching hat? Nice pass inside, and the layup is no good.
Yeah, for the got a little breakout run out here for Woodrow.
Cross trying to finish, and she can't, but she gets the ball back. Belcher thought about the 3, will put it on the deck. 15-footer from the left elbow is short. So what led you to become a coach?
Yeah, well, just on opportunity on the high school level, but I have, helped with the Shady program since Brady was in the 3rd grade and really coached all summer, travel ball, and had the opportunity to come to Independence 3 years ago. And it's just something I always wanted to do, and was given the opportunity by the administration, Mrs. Hawkins there at Independence. So 3 years in, and it's been a good experience, and hopefully we've been able to help and teach the kids a little bit about basketball and a lot about life.
So Beckley will get to the line for the first time with a cross as Samala Nelson, and she's very athletic. We'll check in at the game along with Bella Staples. So it'll be Josie Cross shooting 2. This is, as I mentioned, Beckley's first opportunity at the line. And if she can knock them both down, she can get Beckley even, as Belcher and Zolkowski will have a seat. So Cross is ready. First free throw on its way. No good.
Yeah, just looking at the roster here, I mean, Woodrow's young. I think that Zolkowski's the only senior that's getting a lot of minutes. Adriana Law's in street clothes, so Coach Neighbors are going to have a lot coming back, a lot to build on in the future.
The second free throw's good. So Cross is able to make 1 of 2 and trim the lead to 1. There's a nice drive on the left side, getting to the rim, laying up and in. That's a nice play by Emily Sharkey.
Yeah, great penetration, late rotation on the defense that allowed that layup, but great take.
Yeah, you can't give up the baseline. If you're you're on defense, good things are not going to happen when you give up the baseline. As Bella Staples misses the short shot, and Beckley hustles and keep the possession as we watch the instant replay.
Penetration, the late Somalia there, late getting to the help side defense there, gave up an easy layup. Just got to get better rotation around.
Yeah, and that's something that drives all coaches crazy, because you never want to give up open shots, but you definitely don't want to give up layups.
Absolutely.
Back the other way. Here's a nice running shot, no good. Bella Staples does a good job on the offensive glass. Will get the rebound and draw the foul.
Yeah, and one thing about the defensive rotation that a lot of times, especially a young team like this coming up out of middle school, a lot of middle schools are either playing a zone or not really teaching that level of defense it takes to play on the high school level. But again, Coach Neighbors and his coaching staff, they'll get that addressed here as the season moves on.
So Bella Staples able to knock down the first of 2. She'll now shoot the back end of this 2-shot opportunity. A second over 3 minutes for the half. Staples' second free throw is good. She got them both. Beckley has now made 3 of 4 free throws and still trailed by a point. I did think at one point, Mike, we might have a little bit more scoring than this. It might open up more in the second half.
Yeah, and I think a lot of it's the defensive intensity. I mean, the offense is having trouble. Nice up and under move there.
Yeah.
By Ella Simpson. Missed the bunny, but a great move. Good fundamental move for sure.
Nice defensive play by Cross, not the fouls. Creasy dials up a 3. It's no good. And Somalia with the rebound in the lane, passes to Bella Staples. Staples finishes left of the lane. Beckley back in front. Like I said, I really like Somalia. She's very athletic. University now trying to regain the lead. High ball screen, illegal pick. You know, Mike, I'm seeing that more and more often in not just the high school rank, but in the college rank of that high ball screen with the illegal pick.
Yeah, and a lot of times it's the ball handlers got to get that big time to come up there and set that screen. If they don't give an opportunity, they're setting their teammate up for that offensive foul.
So Bodie will check back into the game for University. And Gibson also back into the game for the University Hawks. From Morgantown, here's Abby Dillon, passes the ball down low to Bella Staples. They poke it away. Back the other way they come University. Nice pass, but they couldn't finish as Dillon able to clear the rebound. And I think, Mike, this one Beckley is really at their best when they're in transition and there'll be a blocking foul to be on the drive.
Yeah, good effort by Dillon getting to the rim.
So Beckley will inbound the ball under their own basket. That's only the 16th foul. No shots involved. Zolkowski back into the game. So Mike, has the second semester, has it started yet for New River? When does that begin?
Actually, it starts on the 18th, the Tuesday after MLK Day, Martin Luther King holiday.
Yep.
So we'll start our spring semester on Tuesday, January the 18th.
Zolkowski trying to finish, couldn't get it to go. Back the other way comes University. Navy got away with a little overhanding there. And University to reset their offense. Here's a deep three. And it's the front of the rim. Once again, University doing a good job getting second and even sometimes third possessions by hitting the offensive boards.
Yeah, they're definitely winning the battle of the boards so far in this first half.
Here's Stemple with it. She comes off a screen, spots up. Gives the ball now to Boding. Boding will set a pick. Dean has it. Now Dean will get the ball over to Gibson. Under a minute now remaining in the first half. Looks like a little weave going here for University, trying to get somebody loose with that ball screen. And a nice take to the basket, right of the lane, and a nice finish that time by Gibson.
Scoop and score. Great job on the offensive penetration.
Yeah, they made Beckley play defense for a long time on that set. So here's Dillon with it, coming down to the final 30 seconds of the first half. And Beckley turns it over. Back the other way comes University. Nice take to the basket, right of the lane, and really a good foul. You don't want to give up a layup, make them earn it at the line, where University's only made 1 of 5. And they'll be back to the free throw line. And Hannah Stemple, just a freshman, 5'5". And I got to quit saying just a freshman, because anymore it doesn't matter what class they're in. If you can play right, Mike, you can play.
Absolutely. Like I said, the opportunity these kids have now to work on their game in the off season, sky's the limit, and the opportunities are there. Coaches are going to play the best people.
Regardless of grade, yes. And I always say that. You always need to play your best players. But one thing, University, they're only 1 of 6 at the line, make it now 2 of 7. So 1 of 2 made there. It's a 4-point advantage as we play the final 20 seconds here of this first half. Beckley want to make sure they get a good look here at the basket to close out the half. They get a screen. Somalia with it. Now to Bella Staples. Nice pass. Zolkowski, a little short shot. Had a good look. She just couldn't make it. And now here's University with the chance to get a shot off before the buzzer. Here's a 3. Count it if it goes. It doesn't go. The putback is no good. And we come to the end of the first half. At the end of the first half, your score is 18-16 in favor of the University Hawks. So we'll take a halftime break, come back, and recap the first half. You're watching live streaming coverage of the 4th annual New River Community Technical College Invitational here on Video Productions.
Prepared moms experience the unexpected. When you do, we're here for you.
Welcome back to the Raleigh County Convention Center with Mike Green. I'm Maris Lowry here at this fourth annual New River Community and Technical College Invitational. Kyle Ward is running camera and Andrew Boland producing and directing. And Mike, at the break, we've got a tight game, a 2-point advantage for University at 18-16.
Yeah, great first half, great excitement, and as we're watching here at the halftime, Dr. Bonnie Copenhaver, New River CTC's president, giving out some T-shirts to the crowd here. But yeah, she has she's been a regular big supporter of this event and this tournament with her presence and also the support of the college. But yeah, no, 18-16, great first half. You know, a little slow starting, had, as we talked about during the game, some spurts both teams, but I look for a little better, a little more offensive output here in the second half.
Yeah, Beckley scored the first 8, and then University came back and scored the next 7, and Beckley led 11-7, a 4-point lead at the end of the quarter. But now University up 2 at the end of the second quarter, 18-16, so still anybody's game. But let's talk about the college there for a minute, Mike, because, you know, you have more locations other than Beckley, Princeton and Lewisburg, and just tell some of our viewers about what an advantage to go to New River Community and Technical College.
Yeah, I mean, New River, as you mentioned, we have 4 campus locations. Our main and administrative offices are here in Beckley. We have a campus in Lewisburg, that the Greenbrier Valley campus, one in Princeton, and then also we have a campus in Summersville for our Nicholas County location. In addition to those, we have our Workforce ATC Center off the Gent exit here in Raleigh County. We have a one-room university in Pocahontas County there in Marlington. So we service a 9-county service area with not only educational but also workforce opportunities that you know, we like to say, you know, I like to say that I like where we're at, but I love where we're going as far as an institution. And under the guidance of Dr. Bonnie Copenhaver, you know, she's been a right person, right place, right time for not only the college, but also the 9 counties that we serve here at New River.
And, you know, and also, Mike, you know, you're talking about you don't necessarily have to go away to a big university. You can stay at home, you can work, and also get a great education, and that's such a big plus.
Yeah, and we talk about that too, as far as stay home, stay close, stay safe, especially with the COVID and the concerns. You know, we have articulation agreements with multiple 4-year institutions where you can come to New River, get your gen ed courses, get those basic English and math classes, and then transfer to a Concord or a WVU Tech or Fairmont, Glenville. We have just signed a new articulation agreement with Bridge Valley, which is our sister institution in Charleston, for dental hygiene, where you can come to New River, get that first year, transfer down, and get our automatic acceptance into the dental hygiene program there. So there's just a lot of opportunities. In addition to that, you know, through the West Virginia Invest, which is high in demand job fields, we have 40 of our programs that qualify for West Virginia Invest, which is pays for the basic tuition for those high in demand fields. So again, a lot of great things going on at New River. And you know, anyone out there is listening, whether it's a son, daughter, grandchild, or even yourself that's considering coming to school, you know, we ask that you consider New River. .com or newriver.edu to go on the website and check out all the opportunities and options that you have from New River.
You know, another thing, Mike, I'm actually retired, or at least I think I am semi-retired, and maybe you guys have a broadcasting class, but if you have one and you ever need somebody, I'm sure I would be available. I think you and I have done a fairly good job in the first half. Maybe you and I collectively could teach a broadcasting course. Yeah, well, we do not have anything in the broadcasting, but you know, we do have some graphic design and something that we could maybe look at considering adding broadcasting to. And you know, as different as high schools and different sports are looking to add radio broadcasts in addition to what we're doing here at Video Productions. Right. But yeah, I think there's a need. I think it's definitely a talent, and I think the talent, you know, the talent pool is we have great talent in the broadcasting here in Southern West Virginia, but there's just not a lot of them. So definitely something we can consider, and I'll talk to some of our
academic folks to see what the opportunity is to maybe add some broadcasting.
Well,
sure.
one thing, Mike, too, and I just want to mention this before we go to break, too, but, I've been doing broadcasting for now 32 years, and like a lot of my colleagues, no matter whether it's radio, TV, or a combination of both, they've been around a lot, like 30, 40-some plus years. So maybe, there's got to always be somebody that we want to be able to pass the baton to. And when we look, there's nobody behind us to take the baton, and that's it. I mean, as much as I love it, I know I'm not going to do it forever, and I'm sure the other people that's in the field probably obviously not going to be able to do it forever either.
Yeah, no, and like we talked about, I'm probably 32 minutes into my broadcasting career sitting here today, but yeah, and again, there's so many people out there that love sports, that love the media, that it would be a great opportunity, and not only for sports broadcasting, but also radio personalities and also TV. I know Concord has a great program for their media broadcasting, but as far as anything for an associate level here at New River, definitely something we will look at.
So we're going to take a halftime break, come back, get you ready for the second half. As you can see the score there, University up to 18-16. You're watching live streaming coverage of the 4th annual New River Community and Technical College Invitational here on Video Productions.
So
what started as the Parmar Oil Company back in 1967 has grown into 170 convenience stores in 4 states. Parmar Convenience Stores offer monthly product specials and grab-and-go items. Located just down the street from where you live, Parmar stores are all about being your above-par convenience stores. If you don't have a Parmar convenience store near you now, you will soon. Parmar Convenience Stores, neighbors serving your community and making life a little bit easier every day.
Arch Beckley, a subsidiary of Arch Resources, is now accepting applications at their mine located in Eccles, West Virginia. Arch Beckley is hiring for equipment operators and preparation plant positions. Arch Beckley offers a comprehensive, highly competitive benefits package, excellent pay, and a bonus program. Submit your application in person at Arch Beckley in Eccles, West Virginia, or check the Arch job site, beckley.aimtrack.com. That's beckley.aimtrack.com. Arch Resources, an equal opportunity employer.
Veterans deserve the highest quality medical care. At the Beckley VA Medical Center, that hasn't been happening. They recently notified 372 veterans that they'd been practiced upon with acupuncture by a person or persons not authorized to practice acupuncture. If you've been notified by the Beckley VA that you may be one of these veterans, contact us at New Taylor & Associates and let us put our experience to work for you.
Welcome back to the Raleigh County Convention Center. I'm Maris Lowry. Mike Green setting in with me here. And Mike, we appreciate you doing this. And like I said, I know you wear 2 hats, the head basketball boys coach at Independence and also the tournament director of what has been, once again, another outstanding week of basketball.
Yeah, no, again, just I can't say it enough, the coaches and administrators and county boards of education who have supported this event. Obviously had some tough decisions to make yesterday. Working in conjunction with our superintendents, we made the decision late morning to cancel yesterday's activities, and then obviously Thursday we lost 4 games on Thursday due to the inclement weather coming in. But again, it's a learning curve. Here we are on Saturday with a full slate of games, and excited to get this second half started.
Well, like I said, we're in a day and era where you're up against not just weather, because that's something that high school basketball in West Virginia has always been up against, but now you're still in the COVID area that's been, it seems like, I know it will be like 2 years in March, but it seems like it's been a lot longer because everybody's ready to get back to, I guess, what we call normal.
Yeah, well, and I don't know what normal will look like anymore. Like we talked about earlier, I think there'll be some positives that come out of the COVID and protocols and so forth, but I think the term normal is going to be ever changing and evolving over the next few years for sure.
Yep. So Beckley will start with the possession to start the second half. Beckley down 2. Cross will put the ball in play. As Cross gets set to put it in play. So Beckley has a chance to tie on the first possession or even regain the lead. And University's been very good staying in that zone pretty much the entire game.
Woodrow come out with a double high ball screen pick, trying to get something off of it. Nice move for Indy.
Creasy,
for University.
Creasy dials up the three, can't hit it. And here's University with their first possession of the second half. Beckley still in a man-to-man. There's a high ball screen ahead of the lane. They go for a pick and roll. Beckley defended that very well. Here's a three, is no good. But once again, University, Mike, we talked about in the first half, they've done a great job on the offensive boards, and there is Emily Sharkey with the putback. And I'm sure that kills you as a coach. You play good defense, you get a stop, and then they get a rebound and still able to score.
Yeah, you can't stop working. You can't stop working on the defensive end until you get that rebound.
So Kowski gets fouled in the lane, and it'll be prior to the shot. So Beckley will have to inbound. In the first half, Beckley went to the line 4 times, making 3. University went to the line 7 times, and they only made 2. Dillon behind the screen will dial up a deep shot. Back iron, no good. Long rebound comes out to University. So University with the ball and the lead. They work it around the horn. There's a little drive on the left baseline. The shot's no good. Long rebound comes out. Once again, University with good hustle keep the possession alive. Yep, you got to limit possessions. You can't have somebody to shoot until they make it. And here's a little short drive right of the lane, no good. University, once again, we talked about a putback. They put it back. Once again, they shot it until they made it.
Yeah, that was three separate possessions right there by getting those offensive rebounds.
And that time Dean able to put it back up and in, and the next dead ball, Bella Staples will be in, and that'll be now because Coach Neighbors is like, we got to be able to secure the rebound. You get stops, and then they got, 3-4 opportunities that time.
Yeah, and typically it's harder to rebound out of a zone, but the University's finding a way to continue to stay in the zone but also dominate the rebounding on the offensive end.
So Cross will put the ball in play. This is the biggest lead for University, this 22-16 6-point lead. They've got Dillon trapped, and she tries to dribble out of it, and she get the ball to Creasy. Now Creasy's in trouble, and there's going to be a foul on University. Kind of bailed Beckley out right there, didn't they?
Yeah, great pressure defense. Beckley was struggling with it, but reach in at the end. Good call by the official, grabbed the arm.
So here's Beckley. They've really kind of struggled. I mean, they've only got 16 points, and we're 2 minutes into the third quarter. I think they got to see if they can get something to the basket. But University's zone is giving Beckley a lot of trouble in this game.
Yeah, you can see right there the high post is wide open. Need to flash somebody up there and see what happens from there.
In the 2 previous Beckley games that I have done, which was against Parkersburg South that Beckley lost, and Pikeview, which Beckley had won. Here's a little short shot right of the lane is good. That's by Sharkey. In those 2 games, Mike, and Beckley went 1-1, they also had trouble, with the zone. And they're probably going to continue to see it as Jokowski able to, nice little turnaround left of the lane. It's like anything else. Once they find out that maybe they see a weakness that you have, all teams are going to continue to go to that.
Yeah, most coaches, they between video productions and huddle and different opportunities for nice cut to the basket.
Yeah,
anyway.
Nice curl play. Dean able to finish.
The coaches are able to do a lot of scouting and not only see what you do, but see what you're not good at so they can implement their game plan.
We got a timeout. It's going to be a full timeout, so we'll take it with them as you're watching live streaming coverage of the 4th Annual New River Community and Technical College Invitational here on Video Productions.
Arch Beckley, a subsidiary of Arch Resources, is now accepting applications at their mine located in Eccles, West Virginia. Arch Beckley is hiring for equipment operators and preparation plant positions. Arch Beckley offers a comprehensive, highly competitive benefits package, excellent pay, and a bonus program. Submit your application in person at Arch Beckley in Eccles, West Virginia, or check the Arch job site, beckley.aimtrack.com. That's beckley.aimtrack.com. Arch Resources, an equal opportunity employer.
Mid-State Ford, where every deal is a Big John deal. Northside Drive, Route 19 in Summersville. Come see why people from all over the great state of West Virginia are making the drive to Summersville. Incredible deals on brand new Fords. The state's guaranteed lowest price on brand new F-150s, Super Duties, and more. Plus incredible service after the sale at Mid-State Ford, Northside Drive, right off of Route 19 in Summersville. Online anytime at midstatefordwv.com.
Welcome back to Beckley out of the timeout. The Lady Flying Eagles have it. This is their biggest deficit of the game. University with this 8-point advantage. And they've really made Beckley really work on the offensive end, Mike.
Yeah, no, they're working hard on the defensive end. Woodrow's trying to get inside of that zone.
That's a tough luck shot. It was a nice drive of Bella Staples. The ball was hanging on the rim and just wouldn't go in. And when you're struggling to score, and Beckley's starting to do that, I would say maybe extend the pressure, try to get some steals and some easy baskets, because Beckley has struggled to score here through the first, 2.5 quarters. So here's University on the attack. Nice drive. They pass the ball down low, and a nice short shot is up and in. That's a nice play by Bodine, able to finish right of the lane. Beg your pardon, that's Martin who finished right of the lane. So 10-point lead, biggest lead of the game. Here's an open look for Zokowski, and she can't finish. And it's going to be a foul on Beckley, and I think they'll get Bella Staples, or will it be Creasy? I think Creasy with her hand in the cookie jar.
Yeah, a little shove in the back on the rebound. University worked hard to get the position, and Creasy working to try to get the rebound, but had a hand in the lower back.
Yeah, Mike, in almost 4 minutes, or 7 seconds away of being 4 minutes here halfway through the third quarter, and Beckley's only scored 2 points.
Yeah, it makes it tough. Like I said, they're really having a hard time with this zone.
Checking back into the Beckley lineup, Sarah Hopkins. They get the ball down low. Here's a reverse shot. Nice job by Cross on the block. Back the other way come the Lady Flying Eagles. Dillon down the lane. Little floater. Can't get it to go. University comes out of there with the rebound. Martin clears the rebound. Back up the floor. University, nice ball fake. Nice finish right of the lane. Stemple with a bucket. Biggest lead of the game right here at 12.
Yeah, critical juncture here. Woodrow really needs to get a basket.
Hopkins with it. Trying to get the ball down low to Bella Staples. They do. Nice entry pass. Staples up over the double team. Couldn't get it to go. They got the ball where they wanted to, and it was very difficult for Staples to finish, with the double team. So there's University. Open look from the left baseline. No good. Battling for the rebound, and it will stay with University. And that's the thing right there is really, I'm sure, driving Brian Neighbors crazy.
And go into the Arch Cole instant replay.
Nice ball fake right here. Nice fake pass and then finish right of the lane off the glass. That's just a good, sound, fundamental play.
Yeah, 2-on-1. Anytime out of 2-on-1, you ought to score every time and draw that defender over, but great move.
Yep, got to make the defender commit, but you're right. You should get a layup on a 2-on-1 every time. Here's into the lane. Martin with the short shot, needs a roll and got it. Biggest lead of the game at 14 right here for the University Hawks. But Beckley only been able to score 2 points thus far in this third quarter. Here's Cross. They cut her off, and she throws it away. And now she's able to reach in and knock the ball free, and it'll stay with Beckley. So even though they stole the ball, even though rather Cross threw it away, she's able to get an extra possession for her team with good hustle.
Yeah, never gave up. That's one thing you always want to see as a coach, even if you make a mistake, keep working hard.
And Coach Brian Neighbors just got to figure out where the offense is going to come from. Hopkins with it. Dillon with it now. Spot up three, ball on the right side, in and out, no good. Heartbreak. That was a good look. And thought it was going to stay down, but it wouldn't. And Martin comes out of there with the rebound for University. It's a lot easier to play with the lead. That's for sure, isn't it, Mike?
Yes, it is. It frees you up a little bit and lets you take a little more opportunities, a little more risk maybe, especially with a 14-point lead here late in the third.
And even though University missed that shot and committed a foul, I thought they were very patient and subtle, working the ball around to make sure they got a good shot. And I'm sure as a coach, when you get a good look like that, even if you don't make it, you can live with that by missing the shot.
Yeah, and one thing we talk about all the time is maximizing our strengths and minimizing our weaknesses, knowing what we do well and knowing what we don't, and again, try to minimize those mistakes.
Yeah, because no matter who you are, even Steph Curry, believe it or not, he misses an open shot from time to time.
Every now and then.
Every now and then.
But great, got it to Zolkowski in the high post in that zone, wide open shot. I think right now that's a soft spot. Nothing, it didn't fall, but great adjustment by Woodrow on offense.
Here's a short mid-range jumper, which is good. Emily Starkey knocks it down, and right now this game is kind of getting away from Beckley.
Yeah, as you mentioned, only 2 points in the third quarter here.
Yeah, this is a 16-2 run here in this third quarter, and we're just a minute and 5 remaining. So we'll be in 5 seconds. We'll be 7 minutes into this third quarter, Mike, and Beckley's only got 2 points. As Maddie Belcher will check back into the lineup. But if University can get this win, they'll get even at 4-4 and be right at 500. And University, let's see, they're going to back it back out. They're going to work it around. There's a drive, a kick into the corner. 3 ball on its way, no good, but there's another offensive rebound. And that's been a big difference, and there's a foul on Beckley. And, just playing good defense or having somebody miss an open shot and then you can't secure the rebound.
Yeah, it's frustrating. Frustrating as a coach, and you can see the look on the faces of the girls. They're frustrated as well. But, again, working hard, just need to work a little bit harder to get in position for that rebound.
So Ella Simpson, she's the team's leading scorer, will be at the line. She came in averaging 16 a game, and the first of 2 is good. So 3 of 8 is University as a team from the line. And checking into the Beckley lineup is going to be, check that here in a minute. Yeah, she made them both. So they've doubled them up now and play the final 30 seconds. Belcher has it here of this third quarter. There's a screen head of the lane and a foul. Count if it goes, it doesn't go.
Abby Humphreys, number 32, is the one who just checked in for the Flying Eagles.
But I don't believe that is Abby Humphrey. Even though I know it says her number, I don't believe that's her. That's why I was confused. I think that is Caitlin Calger. I believe that's who that is. And the reason I know that from covering them as much as I have over the previous years, that's why I know that. But it just shows you not even all the rosters are correct.
Well, I'll defer to you for sure. As again, I'm 3 quarters into my broadcasting debut. Appreciate you giving me the opportunity to sit here with you and enjoy basketball from a little different perspective.
Yeah, well, here's another thing, too. Like I said, after we've done this, who knows? Maybe the fall semester they might have a broadcasting class at New River Community and Technical College, right?
You never know.
I don't know how qualified I would be, but I've been doing it long enough. Here Simpson misses a short shot. Back the other way comes Beckley trying to get off the shot before the end of the third. I'm not sure they know the clock. Calger will put it up, and it'll hit the back iron. It won't go. So at the end of 3, University is up by 16, 36-20. As you're watching live streaming coverage of the 4th annual New River Community Technical College Invitational here on Video Productions.
Beckley, a subsidiary of Arch Resources, is now accepting applications at their mine located in Eccles, West Virginia. Arch Beckley is hiring for equipment operators and preparation plant positions. Arch Beckley offers a comprehensive, highly competitive benefits package, excellent pay, and a bonus program. Submit your application in person at Arch Beckley in Eccles, West Virginia, or check the Arch job site, beckley.aimtrack.com. That's beckley.aimtrack.com. Arch Resources, an equal opportunity employer.
Midstate Ford, where every deal is a Big John deal. Northside Drive, Route 19 in Summersville. Come see why people from all over the great state of West Virginia are making the drive to Summersville. Incredible deals on brand new Fords. The state's guaranteed lowest price on brand new F-150s, Super Duties, and more. Plus incredible service after the sale at Midstate Ford, Northside Drive, right off of Route 19 in Summersville. Online anytime at midstatefordwv.com.
And we welcome you back to Beckley here at the Raleigh County Convention Center. I'm Maris Lowry with Mike Green. As we go to the fourth quarter, Mike, Beckley has the possession and University a 16-point advantage. And here's a steal on the first possession of the fourth quarter, going in, laying it in left of the lane. That's a nice shot by Weaver, Ashlyn Weaver.
Yeah, not the way Coach Neighbors wanted to start the fourth quarter for sure.
Here's a shot by Belcher, no good. Bella Staples on the rebound, puts it up, battle for the loose ball, and University comes out of there with it. But Mike, as we get started this fourth quarter, you and I were talking a little bit there in that last commercial break between quarters. Here's a three, good. A three ball lined up and knocked down by Ella Simpson, and the biggest lead of the game is right here. Mike, I was talking about scholarships, and if you want to let our viewers know, our viewers and listeners, about what scholarships that New River Community and Technical College has to offer.
Yeah, the Invitational sole purpose is to raise funds for student scholarships for students attending New River, Basket, Harmon.
You can finish that thought here in a minute. We're going to show this three ball from the corner. It's a good spacing, got a good open look, and knock it down.
Yeah, drew the defender wide open, step in three. But yeah, you know, this is a fundraiser for student scholarships, and we provide a $1,000 scholarship to each participating team in this event. In addition to, you know, we provide a travel stipend as well to the teams to help with their athletic program. So overall, between sponsors and the folks who come out and support this event by the attendance, it is our signature event. It's other than our commencements that we have twice a year, this is the biggest thing that we do as far as a community outreach and fundraising effort. And again, could not do it without our sponsors and all of our friends and supporters who come out and support these local high schools.
A nice finish with the floater down the lane by Simpson. Back the other way, here's Beckley. And University has really put a lot of distance from them. Boy, nice fast break, and they couldn't finish. Maybe overpassed it, maybe a bit there, Mike.
Yeah, I think either one of them could have made it, but just maybe one too many passes and missed a little layup.
Cross comes back and knocks down the short jumper for Beckley. But Beckley's really going to have to get, honestly, they're going to win the game, and it's still there with 6 minutes to go. But they're really going to have to dig down deep, and they're going to have to really get the stops, and they're going to have to get the rebound when University misses. And once again, as soon as I talk about that, another offensive rebound, and then a foul. Good job by Bella Staples to get the rebound, and then a foul on University. And that foul is going to be on Asa Bodie. So Abby Dillon will check back into the Beckley scheme of things. But, you know, when you're behind like Beckley is, 43-24, you've got to get stops. But then when you get stops, you've got to be able to score on the offensive end.
Yeah, absolutely.
And they know that every time Dillon gets the ball, they're out on her. She has not had much space to dial up her shot, even though she has made 2 threes in the game. And here's Belcher. She's got an open look. She'll shoot it, and Maddie Belcher will ring the bell from downtown. Good-looking shot by Maddie Belcher, able to spot up, and that's what Beckley needs more of. And now they've got to get stops on the defensive end if the Lady Flying Eagles are going to get back in this game.
Yeah, not enough time to score enough points without getting stops on the defensive end, and you can see that Woodrow's picking up the defensive intensity.
Here's an open three from the right side, no good. They got that stop, they got the rebound. Beckley on the attack. As Cross got the rebound there. Good job by Creasy, nothing there, don't force it. Staples into the lane, nice bounce pass, and it's picked off. I thought maybe she was going to shoot that one. And here comes University back the other way with the layup right of the lane, scores. Nice job by Gibson to finish for the Hawks of University. So we've got an 18-point advantage, and this equals the largest lead of the game. Beg pardon, had a 19-point lead, and Beckley turns it over. At one point, I even go back further, they had a 41-20 lead, which if my math is correct, that's 21. That was the biggest lead of the game. That's why I keep a running score. And see, sometimes I keep running score and I don't even get it right. You know, I try to multitask, Mike, but sometimes I got maybe just too much going on over here.
Yeah, no, it is. I mean, I have a greater appreciation for sure when I'm listening to you and the other folks who do video productions here. It is it's a big responsibility for sure, especially on your own.
Yep, I appreciate you helping me out. As once again, we talked about it, University misses, but yet they still able to keep the possession by getting the offensive rebound. And they really pass and cut well. And here's a nice drive to the basket, and the finish is too strong as Dillon will get the rebound. Pass ahead to Zokowski, and Zokowski will lay it up and in, and Beckley wants a timeout. So let's see if this will be a 30 or a full. It's going to be a 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it right here. But Mike, maybe you can give us a preview of the next game, and you obviously know a lot more about the two teams playing in our next game, the Shady Tigers and also the Cabell Midland Knights.
Yeah, no, I think it's going to be a great game as far as, the two teams played a little over 10 days ago here in the same floor as part of the little general battle for the Armory. And, two great players on Cabell Midland with Chandler and Dominic Schmidt. They're going to be a handful for the defending AAA state champion Shady Tigers. And as we sit here talking to see the Logan Wildcats, they made their way into the arena a little bit ago, up in the Armory, checking out this basketball action. So I think the final two games of the night are going to be not only great games, but great competition and great effort by both teams.
Out of the timeout, Beckley's going to extend the pressure to full court. Well, let me ask you this, Mike. I did that game about a week and a half ago when Shady and Cabell Midland played here, and Shady got the better of that in a pretty good way. Is that an advantage for Cabell Midland, or is that an advantage for Shady, or is that no advantage?
Well, and I think too, obviously, those two teams have individuals who play together and play against each other in the summer, so I don't think there's going to be any surprises. But Cabell was, I think they were limited in practice prior to that, and came out the next day and played a lot better against the Woodrow Wilson Flying Eagles. So I'm anxious. I think it's going to be a completely different game. I don't know if the results will be much different, but I know Cabell is looking forward to this rematch.
So on the turnover, Beckley gets it, but they're running out of time. We're approaching 3 minutes left in the game as Dillon's little floater right of the lane, no good. And we got a foul on Beckley. Zokowski going over the back. That's only the third team foul, so it'll be a common foul, and only Zokowski's first. So University will inbound the ball. So it'll be University's ball. Beckley led at the end of the first quarter 11-7, but since then it's really been all University. It was a 2-point advantage at halftime, 18-16, but a strong third quarter, and now into the fourth quarter by the Hawks have gotten in this lead as Beckley turns them over again. It's a nice pass, and it's going to be knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with Beckley.
Yeah, Woodrow's doing a good job speeding them up, and they're still trying to figure out how to handle this pressure. But like I said, big lead with less than 3 to go here in the fourth.
Let's see, Beckley trying to get the ball inside to Zokowski and not able to as the ball's turned over. And really, if you're University, there's nothing there. It's a good job just to pull it back out, maybe run a little clock here. University, like I said, just playing maybe just a little keep away right now. Simpson has it. Get the ball back over to Gibson. They're doing a good job, Mike, just, moving players around, just like I said, just taking time off the clock here.
Yeah, Woodrow's extending this defense. They're playing well, a lot of intensity. Maybe just a little bit too late here.
Yeah, and if you're thinking about fouling, Beckley's only committed 3 team fouls. They got to foul 4 more times as we're under 2 minutes for the game. And it might be too little, too late. Dillon, and that's good. You can be very aggressive because you do have those fouls, because you got to commit fouls. So it allows you to be more aggressive.
Yeah, now, and like you said, we still have 2 team fouls left. Woodrow needs to sit down, play, deny defense, try to get a turnover or steal, maybe even a 5-second here. But like you said, they can be aggressive, maybe even tug on a jersey or two to try to get a steal here.
And you might actually get away with it. Maybe the officials don't see that. Of course, they see everything, don't they, Mike?
They do. Absolutely.
Well, they tell me they do.
Depends on who you ask, that's for sure.
That's going to be a timeout for University. And it'll be a 30-second out. And I'm sure University, their coaching staff's thinking, all right, we got the lead, 16. We want to close out. 1:46 left in the game. Here's what we need to do. We'll spread them out and maybe find driving lanes to the basket, or if Beckley overplays, get an easy layup.
Yeah, and finish. You know, I mean, even, you know, I think the game's out of reach at this point, but still University's looking to finish, build on this win, and get into the next game. I'm not sure who they play next, but you definitely don't want to end on a down note, even though you're going to pull the victory out.
Well, according to Beckley's schedule, their next game will be on Tuesday against Capital, and they lost to Capital earlier by 20 points. So they'll get Capital will be their next game. So, by the way, for people that are watching this, and since I do have the head coach of Independence sitting here with me, I guess it's okay that we know now that your game Monday with Princeton will not be played Monday as scheduled. And I know you and the coaching staff at Princeton are just obviously going to try to reschedule it.
Yeah, Coach Williams called me this morning and said they're in some COVID protocol and won't be able to make the trip Monday. So I told him maybe tomorrow or first of the week he and I can get together and pick a date and look and see. But, you know, he understood I was a little busy today here at the Armory. So, yeah, we will miss that game on Monday, but we'll make every effort to get that rescheduled.
And, of course, we'll be at Independence High School. There's a foul on Dillon, and so that's only the 15th foul. You got to foul 2 more times. But we will be at Independence on Wednesday when you take on a very athletic Mountain View team. I had an opportunity to call Mountain View's game against Liberty the other day, so that's going to be a big challenge for your team.
Yeah, no, I mean, this week we got Mountain View on Wednesday, West Side on Friday. Both of those games are revenge games kind of for us. We've already played those once and came up on the short end, so I'm anxious to see how our team responds to playing those games on the second, playing those teams the second go around.
A nice give and go for University to get a layup, and now we come down to the final minute of this one. And here's Okowski inside, puts up a short shot with the left hand, no good. Offensive rebound, a putback by Cross. She'll get the hoop in the harm, and Cross will step up to the free throw line. And she'll try to polish off a three-point play. And this is an area where Beckley has been good. They've made 5 of their previous 7 free throws with an even 1 minute left in the game. So Cross will try to polish off a three-point play. Free throw on its way, looks good and is. The biggest lead has been 21 for University. It's been cut to 15 now, but we are under a minute for the ball game. And there's a Beckley foul, and that will be on Sokowski. That's just the 16th foul. So Beckley will have to foul 1 more time in order to get University at the free throw line. Coming up next, we think we got a really good game, Cabell Midland against Shady. And Mike, I'm really looking forward to that. Because I think if you're Cabell Midland, you know, you got beat pretty good. And like I said, I'm with you. I don't know if the results will be any different, but Cabell Midland, I'm sure, just wants another crack at Shady.
Yeah, no, and like I said, Cabell Midland's obviously a 4A team coming in, but 2 great players, a team growing and trying to be around the Schmidt brothers. But, yeah, I'm excited about it. And obviously, you know, when you got Cole and Braden, the Chapman brothers, and they've played – against and with each other travel ball for the last 3 or 4 years. So it'll be exciting, and I'm glad, again, those coaches, not only Coach Olson and Coach Martin, but all the coaches here have given us carte blanche for the most part to get these matchups. And just like, you know, the nightcap with Logan and Woodrow, you know, those are big gets for us, and hopefully the fans will come out and watch and support those programs.
Beckley committed a foul, so they're over the limit. It's free throw time as Simpson goes up there and knocks down the first free throw, so she will get the bonus opportunity. And after University had struggled from the line early, they've now made their last 3. And I jinxed her because that shot goes in and out as we come down to the final 30 seconds of this one. You know, I never believe in that. Every time one of us broadcasters say so-and-so has done this at the line, and then they miss it, right?
Yeah, no, you know, it's at every level too, high school, college, pro, and you know, there has to be some legitimacy to that for sure, because it does happen a lot to be a coincidence. I didn't know you had that much power there.
I don't think I do. That ball's out of bounds as Zokowski will put it in play. Final 16 seconds of this one. University's going to win it. They're going to get to 4-4, and Beckley's going to go to 2-5. And probably the final possession for Beckley, maybe the final possession of the game, and they turn it over. University doesn't really need to score. They're just going to run out the clock. Beckley doesn't need to foul. and that's what's going to happen. So your final score will be University defeating Beckley here 48-32. With that win, University now snaps a 4-game losing streak, and they will go to 4-4. Beckley will fall to 2-5. We'll take a break. We'll come back. We'll recap the game as you are watching live streaming coverage of the 4th annual New River Community and Technical College Invitational here on Video Productions.
I'll let you close out. I'll be there.
Deserve the highest quality medical care. At the Beckley VA Medical Center, that hasn't been happening. They recently notified 372 veterans that they'd been practiced upon with acupuncture by a person or persons not authorized to practice acupuncture. If you've been notified by the Beckley VA that you may be one of these veterans, contact us at New Taylor & Associates and let us put our experience to work for you.
J104.5, blasting the biggest hits across 31 counties and 5 states, and waking you up with the Kid Craddock Morning Show. J104.5.
So, got an Alexa device?
What can I do for you now?
You can stream us while you're getting dinner ready in the kitchen, while you're getting ready for work in the bathroom, while kicking back, relaxing in the living room, or even while entertaining friends on the deck and patio.
Just say, "Hey Alexa, enable the J104 skill." Then listen anytime. Simply say, "Hey Alexa, play J104."
And we welcome you back to Beckley here at the Raleigh County Convention Center with Mike Green. I'm Maris Lowry. And we put the final touches on this game here as University defeats Beckley in this girls game 48-32. University, that will snap a 4-game losing streak. University will now go to 4-4. Beckley will fall to 2-5. Beckley led at the end of the quarter 11-7. It was a 2-point lead for University, 18-16 at the break. University expanded that 2-point lead to a 16-point advantage at the end of 3, 36-20. And the final score ends up a 16-point difference, 48-32. So we got 2 more games remaining here in this 4th annual New River Community and Technical College Invitational. And the next game will be between Shady, and Shady will be taking on Cabell Midland. And then the nightcap tonight will be boys game, Beckley and Logan. So we're due to tip the Shady game at 6:30, and we're going to sign off of this game. We'll be back about 6:15, 6:20 to get you ready for Shady and Cabell Midland. So for our crew here, for Mike Green, who provided color on this game, Kyle Ward, the cameraman, and Andrew Boland producing and directing, I'm Maris Lowry, repeating the final score. University in this girls game beats Beckley 48-32. Until we talk to you to the next game, so long, everybody.